Check. Good morning and welcome to Sano's International Cricket Ground here in Sano, Japan. The players are just making their way onto the ground. Game set to get underway at 10 o'clock. The Western Eagles have won the toss and have elected to bat here in the second of a three-match T20 series. Currently, the Eagles lead the series 1-0. There is the team. I'll just run through for you, starting with the Western Eagles. Erika Oda, captain. Shimako Kato, Emerson Fisau, Hinase Goto, Ayaka Kanada, Shunali Ranade, Paulina Mashishi, Nanda Sakarini, Rachel Andrew, Palak Gundecha, and Satha Sandipani. For the Waves, the Eastern Waves, it's Mai Yanagida, Akari Nishimura, Jess Adams, Kurumi Ota, Erika Toguchi Quinn, Seika Sumi, Kyo Fujikawa, Al Kasuda Nain, Selena Solman, Piumi Watsala, and Meg Ogawa to make up the 11 for the Eastern Waves. As mentioned, leading the series 1-0, important match here for the Eagles. They really need a win to keep the series alive for the final match tomorrow. Previous to this T20 series was a 5-match T10 series between the two teams. Eagles victors in that, winning 4-1. So have been the dominant team over the past 5 or 6 days. Looks to be Kurumi Ota with the ball in hand, bowling from The mountain end here at Sano, beautiful day, 23 degrees, expected to get up to 29. Anyway, first ball underway. Alta with the responsibility, just played out to point for no run. Sakarini having a good week with the bat. I believe she is on top of the run scoring list. Joined alongside by Rachel Andrew, has also been in good form for the week. This one's wide and will be called so. So runs on the board for Eagles. As mentioned, they really do need to win here today. Par score probably around 120. If you score 140, 150, you'd be comfortable in aiming to defend that score. On the same wicket as yesterday, which has been used for I believe this is just the second game on this wicket. Again, played and saved at point. Good fielding out there. Good start in the field from the Eagles. Kurumi Alta on a pretty good line here, just on that off stump. Just the one wide and the second ball, but other than that, she's been good. It's a good start here for a team. And this time Sakarini turns it around onto the onside. And a lovely shot, well timed by her, and 4 runs was the result. What was going to be a very good start from Alta, just got a little bit too straight with that down leg and was clipped off the pads for a lovely shot for 4. Again on that sort of 5th stump line and played out to point, who's in the action again, brings the end of the over. The Eagles are 5 without loss. First ball here for Rachel Andrew, and she just punishes it straight. It's a little bit short, good straight, but well executed from Andrew, and what a way to get off the mark. So under pressure from the first ball is Ali. She It was a good line, but Andrew, with her power, strength, just blasted it straight. This time she just used her soft hands. It's a good delivery. So a good start here for Eagles. Andrew and Saccarini both have made runs over the week here at Sano. It's great to have them as part of the competition, the tournament. There are 10 players who have come from abroad for the tournament for the week, from Australia, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, South Africa, and Vanuatu. Rachel Andrew himself is from Vanuatu on strike, and she just leaves this one alone. Her partner Nanda Saccarini plays her cricket in Indonesia, so great to see that East Asia Pacific connections here. Driven out to mid-off and slight misfield, but always was going to be a comfortable run. I'll turn to a second over. It was a good first over from her, just a solitary boundary that hurt the economy, but this time she's good and straight again. First 6 overs are the power play overs. Comes in again on that sort of fifth stump line, and nothing really Saccarini can do with that. It's a good area for Alta to be bowling in. She's got a pretty tight offside field, and close, pretty much a ring field on the offside. Point round to mid-off. of the cover and extra cover. This time it's too full and it's been swept for 4 runs. It's a wonderful shot from Sakarini. Ota just getting a little full, and Sakarini helped herself. Having a look at the replay here, she just kept her balance and played a lovely sweep shot, easily clearing square leg. And the fast outfield here at Sano races away for 4 runs. Plays on, and unfortunately Sakarini's got to go. Again, Alta just on that good 5th, 6th stump line, and this one stays a little low, and as a result, Sakarini plays on. Here's the replay. Just doesn't get as high as she expects, going onto the back foot to drive it, but unfortunately for her, the inside edge takes out the bails, and the first wicket falls here at Sano. 18 for 1. Big blow for the Eagles, losing Sakarini. She has been the top run scorer of the week. Prior to this game, she was on 143 runs. So, new batter to the wicket. Looks to be, goes to sweep first up, but wasn't quite there, wasn't quite full enough. In the end, it's a dot ball. Sandipani is the new batter for the Eagles. They are 18 for 1, 3 overs gone, so halfway through the power play. They'd be quite happy if the run rate currently where it sits. Thickish outside edge that may go all the way for 4, does go all the way for 4. Little unlucky there for the bowler. But just Andrew going at it with hard hands, it just flew away. She was looking to hit onto the mid-wicket area. And the thickish edge results in 4 runs for the Eagles. Batting first yesterday, they scored 112, but it wasn't quite enough. They were probably falling short of mid-off for a moment there. Thought there was an opportunity, but not to be taken. Yeah, batting yesterday, the Eagles made 112, and that was chased down. It did go to the last ball, but in the end, Eastern Waves got up. But Eagles will realise they'll need sort of 120, 130 to be competitive against the Eagles today. Swatted off the pads, but deep mid-wicket will restrict that just to the 1 run. Andrew looking for a second, but wasn't really going to be on. Some good fielding out there at the deep. Sandipani on strike, plays out to the onside, beats long on, will cover it, threads the gap just to the left of mid wicket. So well controlled shot, picking out the gap, easy single, and perhaps bringing her partner, destructive partner, Rachel Andrew, back onto strike. Similar shot, this time mid wicket, will field it and not allow the single to be taken. Being swatted onto the onside, long on doing the work. She's probably 5 metres off the boundary rope there, so getting off the line quickly. Boundary size today, I'm guessing it's about 45, 50, perhaps metres in diameter. Slight breeze here, but temperature-wise, it's perfect for cricket. 23 degrees. Expected to get up higher this afternoon. It's a good start here for the Eagles, looking to save the series, needing a win here to level it at 1-1 with the final match being played tomorrow. Earlier on in the week, they lost the T10 series 4-1, so they would love to pick up a victory in this T20 format. Solomon, the new bowler, and smacked, but chance for no. Over. I have to check the umpire's signal. It is 4 runs, so a dropped opportunity and a big one considering Rachel Andrews holding the bat. She played it, looked like she'd given up, starting to walk towards the pavilion, but dropped out there. Rachel Andrew will have another life, and you can ill afford to give her a second chance. Very destructive batter. Probably sits second or third on the scores made this week. It was Nanda Sakarini who was on the top of that chart, but Solomon targeting the stumps, but thumped out to long on for another single. Great contest between her and fellow countryman Rachel Andrews. Solomon also from Vanuatu. But it's Sandipani on strike at the moment, and again targeting the stumps as Solomon. I know, and it was in yesterday's match where Rachel Andrew actually took the wicket of fellow countryman teammate Selena Solomon. So perhaps looking to get some payback here today. Not at the moment though. She's not on strike as Rachel Andrew. It's her partner who takes a big swing and a miss. Good line and length, that delivery from Solomon. Just final ball of the over, an important one. Going for a 4 off the first delivery. She's come back well. How does she finish? And clipped off the pads. And no run taken, another dot. So a good finish from Solomon. 5 runs coming off it. And perhaps a missed opportunity for a wicket. an appeal, but was always going down leg side, and Andrew looking just to clip that off the pad square, whether in front or behind of square. This is Wathsala bowling from the school end here at Sano. Bit shorter and turned on side from Andrew, but mid wickets in there close and hunting, so no run taken. Beautiful shot from Rachel Andrew. Just power and strength, and just swatted through mid-wicket area. The cameraman lost it for us, thought it had gone aerial, but it was always played along the carpet and beating mid-wicket. And also deep mid-on was coming round, but no chance. Fast outfield here, and does reward you with good shots. That was one of them this time. Just driven and fielded at cover. Again, hit with such strong power, would have travelled for 4 runs again. So an important save there in the covers. And Masala targeting the stumps. Driven down to long on for another single. It's good cricket from Andrew. Boundaries followed up with singles. She's rotating the strike. Final ball of the over for Sala. Just rolls her fingers across this one, but played out to a gully. No run, and a pretty good start from Wathsala. Another of our international players, part of the tournament for the week. Piyumi Wathsala, she's from Sri Lanka, alongside Sandipani. Sandipani, of course, on strike. So great to see these opportunities present themselves where country player in a contest with fellow country players. So just a couple of changes in the field. You see there, 2 fielders. The power play has come to an end. So currently we have deep on the offside a sweeper and third man, and we have deep backward point on the onside. Andrew on strike against fellow teammate Selena Solomon. Great battle going on here. They'll know each other's game well. Solomon will certainly know the strengths of Andrew with the bat. She's just used soft hands to play behind point for an easy single. And a good ball here that's just respected on a good line and length. So it's just sort of played defensively from Sandipani. The WJPL, the Women's Japan Premier League, this is the second year of this tournament. Last year the Eagles were the victors. Shorter series last year, so great to see. Swept and caught at mid-wicket. Second wicket falls here at Sano. And it was a pretty good catch. Sandipani hit it well, but didn't execute it in the gap. Mid-wicket just moving round to her left, and she took it well. Extremely important facet of the game in all formats is the fielding, and they've started pretty well, have the Waves. Just one earlier drop, I guess, the drop of Andrew when she was on 16 runs, I think it was. But crucial to hold on to your catches, and that catch was taken from Meg Ogawa, so well done, Meg. Good catch. Erica Older, the captain for the Eagles, comes to the wicket. She will be facing Solomon, who's taken her first wicket of the day, attacking the stumps and played with a straight back from Older. This was a key partnership in yesterday's match with Andrew and Older getting the team up to a respectable score. Cut well. It's a fast outfield. They won't stop that. Great shot from Erica Older. She gets off the mark with a boundary 4. Just having a look at the JCA replay. Simon just errs a little bit on the offside, bit wide, but Erica Older, again, a powerful player, just uses her back foot, using the pace, just guiding it behind point for 4 runs. Good shot. $40 for 2, 7 overs gone here at Sano on a beautiful day. Made a pretty good start, have the Eagles, in a must-win match. This is certainly a key partnership. Both batters destructive, powerful. Waves would certainly like to take one, if not both of these wickets. They'll know their strengths. Played out into the offside for no run. Yeah, the Sano outfield here is very, very quick. Lightning fast, we'd call it in New Zealand. Lightning fast outfield. Each week the outfield becomes greener and greener after... Let's watch this ball. Cranked again into the covers and called early. Did Rachel Andrew. Good backing up from Erica Older, so quick single taken. Again, it put pressure on the fielder too, knowing that they were setting off for a quick single, and that just perhaps caused or resulted in a bit of a misfield. Wide and goes to cut, but it's an edge, and it's an edge at a race away for 4 runs. was not a bad ball at all from Watsala. Here's a look in the replay. Older going to cut, but in the end just getting an edge on it. As talked about, really quick outfield. It's a couch grass used here at Sano. Over the winter it goes dormant, goes a brown colour, and as the weather warms up it becomes greener and greener. So if you'd seen the outfield 3 weeks ago, there were large patches of brown. That's pretty much all being turned to green. Played onto the onside, and they thought about it, the batters, but in the end turning it down. Don't need a needless run out between these two. As I mentioned, destructive, often bat above the strike rate of 100. Currently Alder's going at 200 and Andrew just over 100, so they score at a quick rate, these two. Wasala again targeting the stumps, appeals turned down. The ball just spills out onto the onside, so giving you an idea that perhaps wasn't hitting square, it was just going down the leg side. Final ball of Wasala's over. Running in hard again. A big appeal, but she's not really supported from her teammates. And perhaps I think there was bat on that, so no real interest from the keeper or fellow teammates. End of the over. 45 for 2, 8 gone. Andrew on strike. New bowler, Megogawa. Reaching sort of an awkward length for Andrew, and then sort of gets a thickish inside edge that spills out to mid-wicket. Swatted out on front of point. The batsman will come back for a comfortable second. Erica Older would have faced Megogawa a number of times, whether at practice or in game situations, so both players will know each other's strengths and weaknesses. Megogawa perhaps just looking to that bowl, that fourth, fifth stump line, and foolish, taking away the power of Erica Older's onside play. She's made a good start here, has Ogawa. 3 balls remaining. Western Eagles ticking along, 48 for 2. That run rate's about 5.5. Started probably around 6. Goes a bit short, but the ball dies in the pitch, but it's played well from Alder. Just the one run as a result that time. It's played out onto long on. The ball was certainly wide of off stump there to cut, but Andrew preferring to drag the ball onto the onside. Final delivery of the over coming up from Algoa. And just looking at the umpire's signal here, it is end of over. So just wondering if the board bounced twice there, but perhaps the second bounce was after the crease, hence being deemed a legal delivery. Over gone. The 50 comes up for the Eagles. 9 overs gone. I'll be looking just to perhaps have a conversation here, Alder and Andrew, and look to just try and up the run rate over these next few overs. Just looking to be a bit more aggressive. They'd love to have a score of 125 plus. Really put some pressure on the Waves to chase down a score. New bowler into attack, Fujikawa-san. And this is punished, bludgeoned for 6 runs. What a shot from Rachel Andrew. Here's the replay. It's a foolish ball, and she just takes one step down the wicket and just bludgeons it over mid-wicket's head. It's a wonderful 6. Could this be the over we see Western Eagles target? Fujikawa under pressure from the start after that first delivery. This time, though, Andrew a bit more watchful. Just gone onto the back foot and defending into the offside. Big 6 it was. It was perhaps biggest of the week. This time she just crunches it. Extra cover, tries to cut it off, but in the end fielded by cover. Another single taken. It's a very good part of her game is Rachel Andrew, how she, after hitting a boundary, will look to rotate the strike, continue to stay out there, not get overexcited and continuing to try and hit risky shots or boundaries. This time, Alder's down the wicket, and she nails it for 6. Great shot. Using her feet to create some momentum and power. Alder just dances down the wicket, has to reach for the ball, but has the power to clear the long on boundary. Great shot, 6 runs. 13 off the over with 2 balls remaining. Pressure's back on Eastern Waves here. This time she goes onto the back foot, just sweeps it for 4 runs. Another good shot from Erica Older. Really good over here for the Eagles. Boundaries from both batters. This time just waits on the ball nicely, does Older. Turns it around the corner, 4 runs. Where to bowl to, and these two. Goes to sweep, gets an inside edge, is called through in the end from Andrew for a single. Little wide to sweep that one, and gets an inside edge. Lucky it doesn't go back onto the stumps from Older, but, well, what a great over. Huge one for the Western Eagles. Older races to 22 of her 13 balls, and Andrew, well, she's been above 100 strike rate for most of her innings. 34 from 28. Again, a key partnership here for the Eagles. Being the 10 over mark, we will take a 2-minute break. The players just have a chance to hydrate. 18 overs, 18 runs off the last over, so a really good one for the Eagles. They sit at 68 for 2. We'll be back in about a minute or so. So the 10 over break's been had. We continue with Western Eagles, 68 for 2 in a good position. Projected score being up around 136, 140, but they dearly love 150. This partnership will play a key to that. Meg Ogawa will bowl her second over from the mountain end. It's a full ball and it's being punished out onto the onside, and that'll be a no ball 6. Just check in with the umpire's signal. You'll see it on screen. No ball 6, so 7 runs off that delivery. A ruthless start. What a shot from Older. Did well to drag the ball from outside off. As I say, punished it over mid-wicket. Ogawa under pressure here. It's a better comeback, but again it's bludgeoned out to long on. Bounces in front of the fielder, so a single taken. We'll certainly see some fireworks if these two remain at the wicket together. They will be looking to be aggressive here. Just 2 wickets down for the team. Turned onto the onside in front of Square, who has some work to do. Unable to restrict it from being 2 runs, but good fielding out there at square leg. Already 10 off the over, 4 balls remaining. Slight misfield at short mid-wicket. Hit hard again from Andrew, so understandably sometimes the ball just hits your hands at speed and deflects. Really dangerous partnership developing here for the Eastern Waves. Again, just murdered onto the onside from Older. Both players having real strength and power to hurt a bowling lineup, so Ogawa will be happy with going just for 1s and 2s. Should be wanting to restrict boundaries and ideally taking wickets. This one just dragged it down out of her hand a bit. Got that one wrong. She'll come back. Just a chance to thank our sponsors. You'll see their advertising boards on the top left of your screen, Mizuno and MKI. Sponsors of both the men's and women's cricket here in Japan. We thank you for your support. Andrew back on strike. Goes, gives herself room to hit. Yeah, beautiful shot. Fielder out there at the deep is on a 45-degree angle, so Andrew just stepping across to the offside, giving herself room, getting it fine enough to beat the fielder for 4 runs. Another wonderful shot. She continues to shine, does Rachel Andrew. Another expensive over here for the Waves. And this one's just defended. Good game awareness from Andrew. Doesn't need to lose her wicket on a risk Risky shot there. They're already taken a knock off the over, and they continue to race along. Up to 85 now, just the 2 wickets down. 9 overs remain. And suddenly the run rate goes from around about 5.5 to 7 over 7.5. Projected score now is up to over 155. A big determiner of that score is this partnership in front of us, Older and Andrew. Can they continue to stay together and continue to be destructive? Fujikawa back for her second over. Dances down the wicket, does Older, but in the end it turns out to be a low full toss that she can just play back to the bowler. Pressure here on Fujikawa. Good to see her captain has belief in her that she can come back and perhaps snare one of these wickets. This one turns well. Turning into the batsman, not allowing Older to get free upper arms and hit through the ball. So that's the spot for Fujikawa, perhaps just a little bit tighter. But her length was good, as was the turn. Using her feet to negate the spin, Older comes down the wicket. It's a direct hit from the field, but Rachel Andrews safely home. Slight mix-up, hesitation between the two batters. A lot better over for Fujikawa, and 3 balls remain. Can she finish well here? Andrew goes onto the back foot, swats it out to long off for another single. It's a really good foundation the Western Eagles have built here. This is short and wide, and luckily for the Waves, Older picks out square leg perfectly. He doesn't have to move. Again, another powerful shot, but square leg good enough just to field that, restrict the run, try and build some pressure here for their team. Older comes down the wicket, hits straight to long on. Well in control of the shot and not hitting for a boundary, just playing for a simple single. And here's that partnership, 50 runs coming just from the 34 balls, including 3 sixes and 4 fours. Wonderful partnership here. These two really have built for their team. Can they continue together? Andrew just 8 runs short of her 50. Captain of Eastern Waves ideally brings on a strike bowler, tries to break this partnership. They can ill afford it to continue. Tamego Gow has been given that responsibility. Starts well with her line and length. Swatted over the cover region for 4 runs. Erica Older's show continues. Wonderful boundary shots all round the wicket. Here's another example, this time through the covers. She goes aerial, steps out with the front leg, just creates a good base, and the power of the arms and timing results in another 4 for Erica Older. Both batters have hit 6 boundary balls. This one finds the edge, spills out to point. It's a good comeback ball from Ogawa. She'll be well aware of the threat that Older has in her repertoire, so if she can bowl in that line length, that area, just makes it difficult. This is full though, and it's been swatted from Older for another boundary 4. It's number 5 in terms of 4s, along with her 2 6s. And she races up to 40. Here's the replay. It's just too full. And even though it was on middle stump, Erica Older's just climbs into it. This is looking like an imposing score from the Western Eagles. This is wide, and it's been caught up with beautifully from Older. Not easy to catch up with those down leg, but she just waits and again times it to perfection. The replay. The ball is wide and full, but Older just waits on it and just has to get bat on it to help it's on its way for an easy 4. What an innings from these two. Erica Older and Rachel Andrew doing the job for the West Eagles. 100 now up. Just the last ball of the 13th over. What a great foundation. Driven to long off for another single. 13 overs gone here at Sano. Western Eagles 101 for 2. Chance at a run out and not out. Good work in the fielders. A good arm. Good return to the keeper. Keeper is Nanda Sakarini. Sorry, it's not right. I'll confirm who the keeper is there. Back to the action, bowled, gone. Fujikawa gets her wicket, and much to the enjoyment of her teammates, a big wicket it was, that in Rachel Andrew. She lobs it up a full ball, gives it plenty of air, turns and takes out leg stump. A breakthrough finally for the Eastern Waves. The 3rd wicket falls here for the Eagles, 102 for 3. Third wicket falls for the Western Eagles. Score currently 102. We're in the 14th over. Fujikawa, after being hit around the park from Rachel Andrew and Erika Oda, finally gets a breakthrough. Ayaka Kaneda, the new batter for the Eagles team, the left-hander. And an important breakthrough from the Eastern Waves. Rachel Andrew, well, she was flying along. She was 42 off just 35 balls. One very big six that she hit. Great innings, and has given her team great foundation to continue that momentum. Erika Oda remains. She goes onto the back foot, pulls out onto deep mid wicket for a single. Perhaps Fujikawa prefer bowling to the left-hander, taking the ball away from the bowler. You see there with the wide camera shot, got a deep mid-wicket and a long on for Kaneda. Very strong in the onside area. She goes to hit in that area. Falls short of deep wicket. Erika Oda just 3 runs away from a 50. Well-deserved 50. Can she get there? How will she play her innings now that she's lost her partner, Rachel Andrew? Again, drags one across to the onside, along the carpet, always safe. And just a 1 run as a result. It's a great third over from Fujikawa. Just the 5 runs coming from Fujikawa's over, but the big wicket of Rachel Andrew. Temperatures climbed to 26 degrees here in Sano. Expected to get a little bit higher. Pretty warm for what is the middle of May. My Yanagida into the attack from the mountain end. Bowling to long-time national teammate Erika Oda. Another great battle, good contest between national teammates. They'll know each other's game very well. It'll be an interesting contest. Leading edge here, but falling short of mid-wicket, who is in close. And also interested the bowler, Yanagida herself, whether she could get there. Oda just looking to turn it onto the onside, but a little early through the shot. Gets the leading edge that, for her, fortunately, falls safely. Swipes at this one again, edge, so Yanagida doing a good job here. For the first time we've seen Oda under a bit of pressure. Three dot balls faced. What'll give here? Again, 4 dot balls. Captain on captain here. Swatted back to the bowler, but Yanagida, can she bowl out a maiden? Final ball. And an appeal, but going down leg side. Good decision from the umpire. But what an over from Yanagida. A maiden, the 15th over. that being her first over, so I'm sure she'll bring herself back on. Cry of having a shy at the keeper's end, but in the end through safely. Fujikawa to bowl her final over of her spell. Came back well in over 3 after being hit for a few boundaries from Andrew and Older. Older seems to have been somewhat stranded on 48 for a 5-6 deliveries now. Goes onto the back foot, punches it into the covers, so no run there. Good little period here for the Eastern Waves. Older using her feet, comes down the wicket, doesn't get all of it. A little bit mistimed, so just flies out to square for a single. Brings back Kanada-san on strike. Interesting high backlift in her stance. Strong in the mid-wicket area. And that's 6 runs. Nice shot. Yeah, you don't want to bowl to her in that area, in that arc. It's certainly an area Canada will hurt you. You can see it's almost a baseball setup and hitting across the line into that mid-wicket region. 6 runs. She can be very destructive. Ideally, you'd want to bowl sort of 5th, 6th stump line and full. Make her head into the offside. She loves the onside, especially with that stance. Fujikawa under a bit of pressure after a good start. 1 ball remaining. This one's gone high. No, it's fallen short. And square leg, deep square will come in to field it. So a single taken, end of the over. 115 on the board. Still run rate above 7. They'll be looking to push this score up to 140 if possible. 150 ideally. They need to win this game to Western Eagles. They're 1-0 down in the series, just a 3-match series. Boulder gone. Yanagita gets the wicket of Canada. Here's the replay. Continuing off from her first over's excellent work. My Yanagita comes in, just pushing this one through a bit quicker and taking out middle stump. Ayaka Canada has to return to the pavilion. Her 10 runs came from just 6 balls. Of course, the big 6 helped. So she's made a bit of a contribution for her team. She's come and gone early, but 10 runs just keeps the momentum, keeps the runs ticking over for the Western Eagles. Just under the 4 overs remaining, but 6 wickets in hand. They can afford to be aggressive, so understandable that Canada was trying to hit Yanagita out of the park on that ball. My Yanagita, a run yet to be scored off her bowling. She's bowled 7 deliveries. Will we see her bowl over 19 as well? New batter to the wicket is Hinase Goto. A wide from Yanagita, her first mistake in her first 8 deliveries. Just dragging this one down. Again, Goto and Yanagita, national teammates, so know each other's game well. Quick single to be taken here, mid-wicket in quickly. Looks like Megogawa who's in that position. Batters scramble through, and they need to keep doing that. They need to keep scoring runs here. Can afford to take risky singles or try and steal some runs. Goes onto the back foot, pulls it, deep square leg. Does well to keep that just to the 1 run. Just the 1 run taken, but Erica Older hit it so cleanly. It was in the fielder's hands quite quickly. Her strike rate you see on screen, 125. This will be ruled as a no ball. Free hit. Not a bad way to face your 3rd ball of the innings for Hinase Goto. She'll look to be aggressive here. Going over onside. And looks like Yanagita just pushed that one through a bit quicker. Pushed it through on a good line too, perhaps realising Goto will look to try and open up the onside. Definite strength of her batting. This one she's just played straight back to the bowler. Beats the bat on this occasion. Good delivery to finish her over, and another good one barring the wide and the no ball. My Yanagita, her figures 1 for 3 off her 12 balls. Certainly stemmed the momentum that the Eagles were building. Erica Older, of course, though, she's on 50 runs. Congratulations to her, another milestone. Can she continue to push her team up to a really strong score of 150? Only 3 overs remaining. 18 balls. I'd love another 30-odd runs with the Western Eagles looking to secure only their 2nd victory of the week. They lost the T10s 4-1. And they're currently 1-0 down in this series, the T20 series. Looks to be Ali Kasuda Nan to bowl her 3rd over. Sorry, it's her 3rd over. Correct. Coming in from the school end here at Sano. Oh, that's shaped a bit. started down leg, but it straightened well, but clipped beautifully off the pads from Erika Older. And the fielder goes, it's a nice strong arm from the boundary. 2 runs picked up from Older. She continues her healthy strike rate. She was stranded for a while on 48 before she got up to 50, but previous to that, she was going around 200. Really good innings for her team. And this one just going to be ruled wide. Yeah, Ali Kasudanan works for the JCA here in Sano, helping develop the women's game in and around Sano, but also wider parts across Japan in the Tokyo and Osaka areas. Driven, long on will clean this up just for a single. They won't mind giving away singles at this period of the game with the Waves. Ideally, they'd like to have Goto on strike, who's only been out there for this 5 balls. Older, well, she can be destructive. She's currently on 52. If they can just try and lessen the number of balls faced from Erika Older, will serve in favour for the Waves. Goto, however, turns the strike over here with a good single. However, she will remain with the strike, being the end of the over. 18 gone now. 12 balls remain. You'd love to have Erika Older face 70-80% of those balls if possible. She's the one who's in form, has been out there for a fair number of overs now, at least over 13 overs. Goto's job here is really just to get her captain back on strike. She needs to look for a single, if not boundary. She pushes out to point, calls early, and Erika Older was backing up and was good enough to get through. Generally, there's usually no single there when point's in that close, and the Goto played directly to point, but Erika Older was so far down the wicket. Good backing up and good awareness from both players. They need to finish strongly here to Western Eagles. Get that score up to around 140. Boulder gone. Alta takes the big wicket. The destructive batting that of Erika Older. Looking through the replay here. Kurumi Alta comes in. Just, top of off stump. Your perfect line and length where every coach loves for you to bowl. And Erika Older has to return to the 10. Her 53 came off just 45 balls, so strike rate almost 120. But an important breakthrough from the Waves. Kurumi Alta now 2 wickets, 2 for 12 of her 2.2 overs. Ten balls remain. Surely West Eagles can get up to that 140 mark, which will be a pretty good score. Shimako Kato, the new batter to the wicket, plays straight for a single. A safe chip shot over the bowler's head. But Kurumi Ota Kurumi being a very good all-rounder, very good batter as well as bowler. This is strained down leg and Goto unable to pick it up off the pads. Looking to whip it through onto the onside in front or behind square, but misses out this time. 2 balls left in the over. Wide and slashed at from Goto, but she plays under the ball and a little frustrated with herself on another dot. She's looking to be aggressive, trying to get bat on ball, but Ota too good on those occasions. Looking to score here is Goto. Cuts well, cuts behind point, and cuts for 4 runs. Lovely shot, Hinase Goto. Just having a look at the replay. Ota just been a bit wide with that one, but Goto getting into position early on the back foot. Nicely balanced and well timed. Good shot. Final over coming up, 130 for 5. It's the highest score of the week. Of course, this is just the second T20. Yesterday, the Western Eagles scoring a 116, so this is going to be a lot more competitive, a harder chase for the Eastern Waves. Most of the T10 scores from the Western Eagles were around that 60 to 70 run point. They did have one score of 90 for their 10 overs, their best so far this week. But in terms of the T20, well, just the second game, 130 on the board, falling short of long off, 131 to the total. Kato doing well and just turning the strike over. Goto's been out there a bit longer. Perhaps she's seen the ball better. Another shot. Picking up everyone. Looking to put pressure on the fielders. It's good to see Kato in position to try and steal a second. Not this time, but good to see the batters putting pressure on the field. 4 balls remain. Coming down the wicket, Kato turned out to the onside and 4 runs. What a shot. Let's have a look at the replay. Shimako Kato just looking to come down to the wicket and got it forward, but just the timing in front of square wicket, and it races along this Sano outfield for 4 runs. 3 balls remain. Gives herself room and bowled gone. Ali Kasudanan takes the wicket. Oh, Shimako Kato. We have a look at the replay, but it's a great comeback delivery. Kato giving herself room, but Ali, well, she's just targeting in on those stumps and takes out middle and leg. And what is to be the 6th wicket here for the Eagles. First wicket of the day for Ali, and her figures of 1 for 25 with just the 2 balls remaining. Following the 2 balls, there will be a 10-minute break between innings. Then we'll see the Eastern Waves come out and perhaps chase one of the highest scores set this week by the Western Eagles. So game on. I can see a close finish this afternoon. It's coming up 11:30 local time here. Ali in with the penultimate ball. Goes down leg, grabs a bit of the pad on the way, so no wide given. This is Emerson Fisal bowled as a new batter. Another international player who's come over from Australia alongside Jess Adams. Gives herself room but misses out, and that is the end of the innings for the Western Eagles. 20 overs done. They batted their full allotment, all 20 overs, for 6 wickets that fell. Just quickly run through the highlights. Not a bad start between Andrew and Sakarini, but it was the partnership really between Rachel Andrew and Erica Older. The partnership was probably around 670 runs, but it was those two that were the main contributors to this score. 136 for 6. Just the 8 extras coming. Not bad, I guess, in terms of the week gone by. But do join us in around 9 minutes for the chase. The Eastern Waves will be coming out to chase 137 for victory and the tournament win. If the Eastern Waves get up, they will win the series 2-0. So very important that Eagles are able to defend the total. We'll see you in around 7 minutes' time. Welcome back to Sano International Cricket Ground. The match going on here, Western Eagles versus the Eastern Waves. It's part of the WJPL, which is the Women's Japan Premier League T20 series. Currently the series is 1-0 to the Eastern Waves. So a must win here for the Western Eagles today. Final match tomorrow. The Western Eagles earlier won the toss, elected to bat, put on 136 for 6. The partnership between Erica Alder and Rachel Andrew being worth 66 runs, got them to a pretty decent score, really. This match could go either way. Eastern Waves, if they win today, they win the series, and the second series, earlier winning the T10, which was played throughout the week, 5 T10 games. So we're about to get underway. The first ball looks to be my Yanagita on strike. First ball here, Fisal coming in from the mountain end and just straying wide. Good pace and energy, hustle from Emerson. She was out here last year. She came across from Australia for the Women's JPL. So it's great to see her back. Hopefully she's enjoying her time in Japan. Wicketkeeper is Nanda Sakarini. He's doing the work with the gloves there. So just yet to find her radar. They want to make a good start here for the Eagles. Just put Waves under pressure, something they've really been under throughout the week. Oh, and that's a good ball. That's a great delivery. Just a bit of movement there away from my Yanagita, who's also presently living in Australia. Studying over there and playing cricket, continuing to develop her game. And another great delivery. She has found her radar indeed, has Emerson Fisal. It's a great delivery. Good to see the bounce out of the Sano wicket. Between change of innings, we saw Kenta Ota-Dobal. We thank him and his team. Perhaps Ash Thurgate is out there working with him, but they've done a good job preparing the wicket and the grounds all week. Another great delivery and movement away for Fisal. It's turning into a great start. We saw my Yanagita bowl a maiden for her team. Off the wide, this can't be one, unfortunately, but it can be certainly a start of exerting pressure on the opposition, putting 136 on the board, and then bowling a good over such as that one. Great over from Emerson. Sorry, one to come, but it's her last 3-4 balls in particular have been excellent. Just starting on that off stump line, moving away, getting plenty of bounce up around that sort of hip region, if not higher. This one has been allowed. Okay, so end of the over. Alongside my Yanagita is Seika Sumi, the talented cricket player here in Japan. also part of the Japan national squad, so it's great to see Yanagita and Sumi batting together. Facing both national Japan team players, but also overseas players, and the likes of Rachel Andrew, who's about to start her first over. Looking at the wickets taken over the week, I think she may be near the top, Rachel Andrew. Did she get a finger on that? No appeal, but a good start from Rachel Andrew. I believe there's quite a few players who are sitting on top of the table, 3 wickets apiece, and that was Rachel and Erika Toguchi Quinn. Helia Chandel was also on 3 wickets. This one's played third man or restricted just to the 1 run. Wathsala was on 3 wickets. So four players were all on 3 wickets apiece. Eight balls delivered from the Eagles with only 2 runs on the board. It's been a good start from them. And there's another dot. No, it's been called wide. And again, we see movement for both Emerson and Rachel. Playing with a Newberry ball, I believe. Played out behind point, so third man, or restrict that again just to a single. Pretty much at the start of the game, the run rate required would have been, well, just below 7. These first few overs, extremely important. Can't let this is spilled out to point and dropped. Did well getting round to it, but slips out of her hands and hitting the deck. Just Sumi just sort of playing that without any great conviction, and it was aerial. And point come round, but managed to get there, but taking the body to the ground, spilled the ball. This is another foolish delivery just outside off stump from Rachel Andrew. Had a good start for her team. First 6 overs being the power play overs, where only 2 fielders are allowed outside the 25-yard circle. Being smacked out to mid-wicket, but falling short of the fielder on the boundary line. And just a single, and Andrew starts well for a team. Just the 5 runs coming from it. The Eastern Waves are 6 without loss. Emerson into her second over. Oh, again, really asking the batter to play. Just Yanagita getting a little tangled up in that shot. But she's having to face a very good bowler in Emerson Vassell. Bowling at a good pace, and she's taking the ball away from the right-hand batsman. She's getting some movement. This one just strays down the offside, and they'll pick up what will be called a wide. So 2 wides. Seika Sumi back on strike. And honing in on off stump is Emerson, and just defended from Sumi. Good battle this one. Sumi scoring some really good runs in a recent J-Bash match. Can play shots all around the wicket, can this girl. Nice technique. She'll probably look to use the pace of Emerson. This one's just defended out to the covers, so bowling well is Emerson, as I mentioned. A guest player from Australia alongside Jess Adams. 10 international guests in total. Certainly has improved the depth and quality of the cricket, and what has turned into a really good tournament. Well, series, 2 series, the T10 and now the T20 series. Sumi looks to give herself room, plays out to mid-off for a single, calls early, and then comfortably taken. Just after a succession of dot balls, something needed to give, and it was a good decision from her. Play on the move, keep the scoreboard ticking, rotate the strike, and to get it, she's been there for now 10 balls, just with 2. She's had to face some very good bowling from Emerson. This time, she guides it well down to third man. Well played shot from wide, bringing up the end of the over. Just 11 runs off the 18 balls, so halfway through the power play. Temperature in Sano now up to 27 degrees. It's just short of 12 o'clock midday. Clear skies. Quite a bit of a breeze. You see the flags, the sponsors' flags fluttering on the right of your camera. So an outlook to ground number 2 here at Sano. International cricket ground size. They've held international competitions in the past few years. I believe the next one will be the under-19s, which I think is next year. From the school end, turned nicely from Sumi. Just eases that onto the onside for a risk-free shot. Brings Yanagita back on strike. She calls her partner through quickly. Just turn it onto the onside, taking full advantage of some singles in and around the wicket. The captain from the Eagles won't like that. They'll either push one of the fielders in a bit closer to stop that from happening. Perhaps mid-wicket is coming in a bit closer to the batter. The Waves do need to pick up every possible single on offer. Chasing a pretty good score. Run rate currently under 4. Chance goes down. Backward point spills it. A shame for the Eagles. The momentum is with them. That would have consolidated it. A wicket taken there, but gets away with it. This one's off the gloves. Races away. Be a tough chase, but fielder manages to pull it back in. They do get back for the second run. Last ball of the over here for Sandipani. Good turn. It's a good delivery, that one. Good ball to finish off. A pretty good over for the Eagles. Just the 5 runs from it. 2 overs remain in the power play. The Eastern Waves are 16 without loss. This will be a new bowler. Looks to be Shimako Kato from the mountain end. Starts with a good line and length. Bowling to her field. She's got a close offside field. Point, cover, extra cover. First over of the day for Kato. This time gets a bit straight. It's picked off, and deep square leg does really well in keeping that just to the 1 run. Gets off the boundary rope quickly, attacks the ball. Good pick up and release. And that's some fine fielding. Half appeal, which perhaps the umpire decides is not a wide. It was a wideish ball. Perhaps Kato heard a noise of some sort as it travelled through to the keeper's gloves. Gonna get often takes time to build her innings, but scores a lot of runs. At the moment, though, she's faced 7 off 16 balls. Great delivery, that one from Shimako. She can stay on that line and length. She's going to cause a lot of problems. Smashed behind point for 4 runs, and that just flew off the bat. It was well timed, but it was good. There's pace off from Kato. Flew away. Let's have a look at the replay. And I get it. No, she needs to be a bit more aggressive here. And it's a lovely shot. 4 runs and a much needed boundary for the Waves. run rate, just sort of getting up towards 8 now prior to that shot. They started the innings netting just under 7, so it's been a good start for the way Eagles. Their bowlers have done a good job. I think it's just been the first boundary. That was the first boundary of the innings. So they've made a good start, the Eagles, in defending this score. Rachel Andrew fielding that. Had a superb time with the bat earlier in the first innings. Oh, going down to sweep and sweeping between the fielders, so nicely executed shot. This is Sandipani, of course, bowling her second over. She's extracting some good turn out of the wicket. It's got a bit of everything, this Sano wicket. And a half appeal, but I think the umpire's going to judge there's bat on that. Direct hit and gone. What a throw and what a wicket. Could this be a game changer? That was a wonderful return. Have a look at the replay here. Just trying to pick up the fielder. It's Erica Older out there. Picks up, retrieves, and it's a direct hit. And Maya Nagita, well, she just continues running. A big breakthrough. And geez, as a team, you love a piece of brilliance like that in the field, especially early on. Just sets a good tone. But the direct throw from probably 40 metres, Erica Older creates a bit of cricket brilliance. And Yanagita, well, she's out, run out. Sandipani will continue. Played backward point and a single taken. Jess Adams, a new batter to the wicket. Jess, another invitational guest to the WJPL from Australia. She's an all-rounder. She too was here last year, so it's her second year at the tournament series. I believe last year she took home some award. I don't know if it was for her bowling or all-rounder, MVP perhaps, but certainly another talented cricketer to have here at the WJPL. So good to see these 10 international guests applying their trade alongside the best of the Japanese women's players domestically. They'll be sharing knowledge and expertise about the game. It's only another way to develop women's cricket here in Japan. They had a pretty good last 12 months, the Japan women's team. They did manage to beat a couple of teams ranked higher than them on the ICC rankings. I'm just trying to recall, China was one. They beat China. Perhaps Oman were both ranked higher than Japan, so they climbed up to around 48, 49 in the international rankings. A lot of those players on show today are a part of the Japan squad. One of them being Kato, Shimako Kato. As well as Seiki Sumi, who is on strike. Just a change in the field, though. Just bringing third man up into the circle on around about a 45-degree angle. Adams on strike. Swipes at one that's wide, and long off will come round. It's Erika Oda out there, and another good fielding, another nice return. Bullet arm, strong arm. Kato does well behind the stumps to take the ball and take the bails off, but batter safely home. They picked up another two. Just Adams goes to three. Just been out there for the three balls. It's a good ball from Shimako. Just starting on middle and straightening a little off. Lovely delivery. Getting a bit of shape, but it's a line and length that's been impressive. Dragged out onto the onside. And this cover out there looks to be Ayaka Kaneda again, another bullet arm. Comes from a background, I guess, in baseball or softball, but certainly strength of the arm. Very difficult or not wise in looking to take a second run of such fielders. Bowling to her field is Kato in that delivery. She's doing a good job for her team. As I say, must win for the Eagles. They've started pretty well here. They'd love another wicket or two, but in terms of the run rate or the runs being conceded, they're keeping it under 5. The longer they can do that, they're pushing up the run rate required. It now sits at 8. So it started the game at 7. But the Eagles have done a good job in these opening 7 overs. They've now pushed it up to 8 runs required. So going to be a good game. 9 wickets in hand, of course, for the Waves. They have been the dominant team in the series, so this will be a good challenge for them. For the neutral fan, the spectator's point of view, they'd hope Eagles can get up and perhaps we go tomorrow with a 1-all tied series. The weather forecast is good for tomorrow. Chance here, top edge, and no, not taken. Unfortunately, square leg there. Had an opportunity to take a wicket. It was a great delivery from Kato. And an opportunity lost for the Eagles. Fielder never really looked like taking that. Adams Adams trying to play a pull shot, getting a bit high on the bat, top edge, which perhaps should have been taken by square leg, but wasn't. This is a new bowler, Renade. And this one's been hit for 4 runs. She did well, Jess Adams. It was just didn't come out of the hand right from Renade, and she just was patiently waited to Jess Adams and then timed it to perfection, hitting behind square leg, 4 runs. And Erika Oda can only watch that ball continue run on into the second ground. Again, down leg side, and Erika Oda again just has to follow that across the boundary rope. Expensive start here. Ten off it already, and 5 balls to be bowled. So Renata just needs to find her line. Has to push it across to the offside. Make Jess Adams reach for it. Don't give her that opportunity to pull or hook. That's a better line, and it just... Oh, I thought the keeper took the stumps off, the bails off early. Ball just died in the pitch, but it was ruled no ball in the end. So bouncing twice before the crease line. Umpire just fixing the wicket here, so a bit of a delay. This over has given the Eastern Waves a boost to their run rate. They're up above 6 now, so that brings the runs required down to 7, just above 7. So a wide ball again being ruled. And perhaps someone from the Western Eagles just needs to come and have a word with their bowler. But his support can help at this stage. Under pressure here is Renate. It's better. It's been swiped out into the mid-wicket. Bullet arm from Rachel Andrews standing out there at mid-wicket. Fires it back in. Brings Sumi back on strike. Foolish ball. It's been driven out to mid-off for another single. It's better from the bowler. Thought about a run, did Sumi, calling her partner through, but in the end, being decision made, no need to give our wicket away in this chase. 47 for 1. It's a good foundation for the Waves. Again, the strong arm of Erika Oda out there from the deep restricts the batters to taking a second run. And what about 15 runs being taken off this over? Final ball. It will result in Just a single, but a big one nonetheless. 16 runs off the over. An expensive one for the Eagles. Brings this game back into the balance. Currently 49 for 1 and 8 overs gone. So run rate required is just above 7, almost the beginning of the game where it's sat at. So interesting last 12 overs coming up here. Gundencha, the new bowler for the Eagles. Bowling from the mountain end. It's a nice run up and good delivery. Hit down to long off for a single. Straight away on off the pads. Be interesting to see if the umpire ruled any bat on that. No. Leg buys. This one's just straight out onto the offside for Gundencha. She's played around 30 games in domestic cricket here in Japan. Here's Gundencha. Looks like she plays with the Tokyo Titans club. It's a better ball, and understandably Sumi just watchful on that one. Game in the balance here. Almost caught and bowled and then almost a run out chance, but nice delivery again from Palak. It's gone high, long chance for a catch. No, put down. Another dropped opportunity, and one that I think it was Rachel Andrews not happy with. But Palak Gundencha bowling well here after the previous over, going for 16. Well, she's brought the momentum back a little in her team's favour, but they, just as I say that, another wide. Costly drop catches, though. I count that as 2 now for the Eagles. They need to be able to take these catches and wickets to have any sort of chance. He can't afford to give these batters more lives. Not with the likes of these two, Sumi and Adams. Tickled round the corner for 4 runs. That hurts. After having a chance of having both, or Adams being caught, then this is to Sumi there. Sumi, 4 runs, lovely shot. Nine overs gone, 59 for 1. The Eastern Waves chasing the target of 137 for victory, and victory would bring them the series win. They're currently 1-0 up in the series. The final match tomorrow. This being game 2, so the Western Eagles, they need to win this one. They need to take every opportunity afforded from, really. They need to be able to take advantage of catches being presented by their bowlers. Adams just hoiks us out to deep square. This is Shunali Renate again for a second over. It's a better start already from her. Can she make a breakthrough for her team, Renate? It's a good partnership building already, this one. Adams and Sumi. We saw it from Andrews and Erica Older. They had a 66-run partnership. Cut. But they've cut to sweep a little bit, perhaps more square. Would have resulted in a boundary, but the cover out there good enough just to restrict it to another single. And they won't mind giving away singles, the Eagles. It's all about restricting those boundary shots and extras. It's a lot better from Renate, really giving it a lot of flight. But once that ball gets above the batter's eye line, it becomes difficult to judge just on where it's going to pitch. Really need to use your feet to try and get the ball on the half volley, and into good position early was Sumi. Misses it, so a bit of work here from the keeper, and she will keep it just to the one wide. Sorry, no ball ruled. Free hit as a result. Jess Adams will appreciate that. Now on strike. Just a bit of a delay. Just a question, clarification from Renate on the last ball. No ball, been having to be bowled again. Final ball of the over, and a pretty good one from Renate. A great comeback after an earlier over. This time she just goes for the 5 runs. Anything the Eagles can do in keeping runs scored sort of under 6 per over is an advantage to them. Just pushes up the run rate required. This game I can see going down to the wire. It's in the balance. Who's going to make the next breakthrough? Will we see boundaries or will we see wickets? 2-minute break. We'll be back soon. back live here at Sano. Final 10 overs, the final quarter of the match, and it's Gundincha back on. Gundincha. Just his second over from the mountain end here at Sano. What is a pretty hot day, 28 degrees now. Just a bit of a delay. Just, making sure that what batter was on strike, which deemed to be Sumi, not Adams. Interesting. Looking at, plays off the back foot, out to point. Call for the ball to be retrieved to the bowler's end, but safely through. Final 10 overs of this match, a really important one for the Eagles, a must win for them. Played out to the off again, and scampering through for a single is Jess Adams. This game really is in the balance. Can often ebb and flow in the shorter format of cricket, T20. One over can put a team in charge, and the next over they can be reduced to Condenser doing a pretty good job here. Top edge, could be a chance for the keeper, and taken. Finally a catch taken from the Eagles, and a key one at that. Having a look on the replay, Sumi on strike, and the ball does seem off the wicket. She looks to turn it on to the onside, just gets the leading edge and comfortably taken by the keeper. That is Nanda Sakarini. And a key breakthrough there for the Eagles. They needed to cease that partnership, try and push that run rate up. Required a better way of doing that than bringing a new batter to the wicket. So Sakarini with the catch for the Eagles. Siaka Sumi, she did a good job for her team. She put 20 runs on the board, just coming from 30 balls. So she's laid a foundation for her team, for the middle order to come in and continue. 137 the target. Unfortunately just a wide here after a bit of that momentum swing towards the Eagles. Sort of can be let down with an extra. Solman is the new batter to the wicket for the Eastern Waves. Selena Solman, another player from Vanuatu. Pushes into the offside, and in the end, her and her partner walk through for a single. Jess Adams on strike, looks to sweep, and sweep for 4 runs. Good shot. Real shame for Gundencha, just got a little too straight with this one. And Jess Adams She sweeps to perfection, and that ball was across the boundary line within seconds. Lovely shot. It was a good over for Gundencha until that last ball. 8 runs coming from it. 72 for 2 after 11. So this game really is in the balance. Both teams have the opportunity to win it from here. Renata to continue her third over. She's certainly bowled better since her first over, which was quite wayward. She's come back a lot better with her line. She is getting good turn out there on the Sano wicket. Offers a bit of everything, but a bounce and pace as well as turn. The cover will field this, and that looks like Emerson in the cover field region. Upon retrieval, Sakarini just took a bit of a shy at the stumps, missing them, but no damage done, no overthrow taken. Slashed out into deep cover by Adams. She continues to find runs, scores at a good rate. Full toss and smack down to long on for 4 runs. Just seems to have been a boundary ball in the last 3 or 4 overs from the Eastern Waves, and that's keeping them on track for victory here. They've got 8 wickets in hand. Bit of pressure now back on the Eagles. Given room and smacked out to mid-wicket. Batters will return for a second. That's good running from them. An appeal given not out from the umpire. Probably wasn't in the best position to make the decision, but Jess Adams looking to be home justified, brings Solman back onto strike. Good running from these two, though. Important they keep taking advantage of that. Beautiful bit of fielding out there on the boundary. That looks to be Ayaka Kanada. Brilliant in the fact that she did well getting round to stop the ball crossing the boundary line, but the arm, the throw back in also. Wonderful bit of fielding from her. Played out to point, in front of point, so we'll pick up a easy single here. Mashishi, the new bowler from the mountain end here at Sano, number 99. Again, played out onto the offside. The sweeper out there will restrict that to another single. Mashishi, one of two players to be here from South Africa. Point, Gully fields that and calls for a run out opportunity down the bowler's end. Come to nothing in the end. With Gully, point, extra cover. It's good turn there. That's a great ball there from Mashishi. Can she turn this game back into the momentum for the Eagles? Can she snare a wicket here? That of Jess Adams would be a big wicket. It would be very lethal. Can Jess Adams? Fortunately, earlier on, the Eagles dropped her. That could be a costly drop. Final ball of the over here for Mashishi. And another good one through the keeper's gloves. It's a good line and length she's on there. Completes her first over. I'm sure captain will think about bowling her again in the 15th over. Looks to be Rachel Andrew to come back for her second over. Just moving fine leg round to third man. Making a couple of adjustments in the field. Bowl seam up does Rachel Andrew. Pretty good pace too. Good work from the shoulder. This is just driven straight from Solomon. Big 7 overs coming up in this game. Game in the balance and the series in the balance. Gully will again. No, they did restrict the run there. Eagles have to be good here in the field. They've got to be on to everything. Otherwise, this game may just go amiss. They've already put down Jess Adams. They can ill afford to do that again. This is skied out, but it will fall safely before third man recovers. Bring Solomon back on strike. She's got to her 12 in quick pace, really, just off the 9 balls. So a lot of depth in both teams for their batting and bowling stocks. Driven straight, cheeky single, but Solomon knew the angle of the ball and had all the faith in taking an easy single, which she does. doing a good job here as someone just turning the strike over to Jess Adams, who is in some hot form. She's hit 3 4s. They would dearly love a wicket at this stage, the Eagles. Pulled on out to mid wicket and pulled for 4 runs. Beautiful shot. Jess Adams continues her run of fine form. Just looking through the WJPL replay, she just balances, doesn't go forward or back, but just plays a lovely shot into that mid-wicket region. 91 runs on the board now for the Eastern Waves. Can they again successfully chase and complete the total required in what has been a week of cricket between these two teams? Yeah, it is back to Mashishi. She just went for the 3 runs in her previous over, bowling 3 dots. So wise choice, perhaps. The captain, they would dearly love another over of 3 or 4 coming from it. The run rate now 7.5. The Eagles just need to back their bowler up with some slick fielding. Can't make any mistakes at this point. Driven out through the covers and well enough to be 4 runs. Beautifully executed shot there from Salman. We'll get a replay on that, but what a lovely shot it was. Went back onto a back foot, picked the gap, and nailed the ball for 4 runs. You certainly get rewarded for your shots here at Sano. The outfielders lightning fast, and that was an example of it. Both long off and the deep cover fielder had no chance. This time pulled out onto the onside again, dissecting the fielders. That's Canada out there with the bullet arm. So just the one taken from it. This partnership really starting to hurt the Eagles. Bit of bounce here from Mashishi. Jess Adams just deciding to leave that one alone. At the moment, they're in full control of this match. All turned down from the non-striker Solomon. Good decision in the end. Square leg doing well to cut that ball off. Another dot ball from Mashishi. Hit high and long out to the onside, but falling short of Canada. Her bullet arm will just keep that to a single and the end of the over. It is 97 for 2. 15 gone. Target 137. Certainly game on. These next 5 overs will be of interest. For the Eagles, well, it's a must-win situation for them. If they lose this game, they go down 2-0 in the series, with the final match being played tomorrow. Andrew to continue from the school end through to the keeper. It's a good start. Definitely beat Jess Adams. Jess Adams will be looking to give herself a bit of room and just try and use the pace. She hits straight out to mid-off, long off. Just a one run taken. They won't mind that with the Eagles. If they're to win this match, the Eagles, they really do need to break this partnership. Ideally, take both wickets to put the pressure back on the Waves. This is struck cleanly for the maximum. I'll just check with the umpires. Checking with his square leg. No, it's 4 runs. Either way, it was a wonderful shot. Solomon just getting a low full toss, but executing it well. Picking out the gap out there at the mid-wicket region. And that takes the score above 100 for the Eastern Waves. Are they going to march on to another victory here? Bowling at the pads, and someone looking to get a little tangled up there. Looking to give herself room, moving out to the onside, but Andrew following her with the ball. It was a good delivery in the end. Final ball of the over. Sorry, it'll be one more following this ball. Well fielded again in the covers. Run rate required is just edged above 8. Could be set for an exciting finish here. Super over is in play if teams do finish on a tie. Didn't miss leg stump by much. This one beat pad as well. Through to the keeper, no run. The end of the over, just 4 remaining here at Sano. A further 34 runs needed. Critical the captain gets it right in terms of who to bowl these remaining 4 overs for the team. They've used the 7 bowlers of the Eagles. Sandipani bowling her 3rd over. Game still in the balance. Could go either way. We're in for an exciting finish. Using her feet, she comes sweeps, but fielded out there. Dot ball. Sandipani looking to bowl sort of that 4th, 5th wicket line. Chance here. Keeper doesn't get a glove to it. And perhaps a half opportunity. One that won't cost them too much. The 1 run was taken. Do believe the keeper Saccarini did get a glove to it, but just spilled out. This one turns, and Jess Adams turns it beautifully for 4 runs. For a moment there, I thought one of the 3 fielders would converge on the ball, but they all just had to follow it over the boundary line. It's just been executed perfectly in terms of the gap, both short fine leg and backward square. You just had to watch that ball go over the line. Comes back with a better ball this time. Pushing it through at a quicker speed was Sandipani. Again, another good line and length to it. Adams not using her feet, so that just, landing it at that length makes it difficult to get under it, to go aerial or attack the ball. This time she does, though. Ayaka Canada out there doing a good job on the boundary rope. She's quick, agile, and has a bullet arm, so just restricting that final ball, which was a lovely shot from Adams, but just the 1 run. She does keep the strike, but I don't think the Waves will mind who is on strike. Both batters going along nicely in terms of the strike rate. Being out there, both of them, it's been a good partnership. You just feel if we were to see a wicket or both of these wickets fall, then momentum would be back with the Eagles. But at this stage, well, you feel Adams and Solomon are doing a wonderful job to get their team up. They just have to continue to be aware of the runs required. It's now up to 9. So they do need a big over. There's almost pressure on the batters having to score at least 1 boundary per over. If that doesn't happen, things are going to get very difficult very fast. Emerson for Sal back into her 3rd over. It's a great bowler to bring back at the death when you're trying to take wickets or minimise runs. She bowled a brilliant first up over, just going for the 1 run, and that was a wide, so not easy to get away as Emerson. It's been struck straight, hasn't been timed well, so falls safely just outside of the 25-yard circle. The Eagles won't mind giving away singles. It's the boundary balls they want to protect or limit. There's building pressure here, Eagles, through these dots and 1s being conceded. Cracked, but cracked for no run. Fielded at mid-wicket. It's Rachel Andrew out there, and she's got a good strong arm, so Solomon fully aware of that and deciding the better not to take the run. But a dot ball just adds to the more pressure, pushes that run rate up. It's above 10 now. And another dot ball. So final ball of this over. 4 runs. It's a wonderful shot. And an important stroke in the end. Yeah. So 12 balls remain here. 21 runs needed. So they've done a good job, the Eagles, the last couple of overs. This is swept out to the mid-wicket region, but it'll be just 1 run out there with Ayaka Kanada. Sandipani to bowl her 4th. And final over for the team. Using her feet, come down, stumping chance will be given, is given. And Sandipani deserves that wicket. Could be a critical one in terms of the Eastern Waves. Solomon, well, she was in good form. She'd hit 30 off 22 balls, so she was going at about 130 strike rate. But a big wicket, understandably, she's tried to use her feet just to create some momentum and power onto the ball, but misses it completely. And Sandipani, well, she collects her first wicket of the day, an important one at that. So, big wicket perhaps. We see Solomon finally out stumped by Sakarini. She hit 30 runs just from 23 balls, of course, bringing up wonderful 6 the over previous. Another attempt for a stumping, and given not out, but it's all action here. Sandipani bowling to the new batter, Wathsala, and almost a mirror image of the stumping. This time she gives herself room, sweeps out to the onside, gets it behind square. The fielder has to do a lot of work in reining that one back in, but does so after the batters complete 2 runs. So 18 required from 8 balls here. Waves would love a boundary. They need a boundary or 2. The Eagles have done such a good job over these last few overs, pushing that run rate up. Chance here for mid-off, who will put it down. Another catch goes down for the Eagles. It'll just cost them the 1 run, but a shame. It's something they will look to at the end of this match as a part of the game they can improve, and that is their catching. Brings Adams back on strike. She's probably the danger of the two batters. She's almost going at a runner ball. And 19 gone now. Just the 6 balls remaining. 17 runs needed. It needed to be a bigger over. It did it over 19 for the Eastern Waves. In the end, though, they just get the 4 runs from it. You just felt the momentum was swinging back into the Eastern Waves' way, especially after that 6 from Solman off Emerson. Emerson had bowled a great over until that final ball. It was a wonderful shot from Solman, but just 2 balls later, she's stumped. Sandeep Pani turning the match, perhaps. That important wicket, bringing out the new batter. And suddenly all the pressure is on Jess Adams. And alongside a new partner, over 19, just the 4 runs coming from it. It was certainly put the team of the Western Eagles back in the driver's seat. 6 balls remain. Emerson for Sal to bowl them. The first one has the batter in all sorts of trouble, but she squeezes it out for what we given as a leg by. Interesting call from the umpire. That's a nice leg by signal. So 16 needed of 5 balls. Can Jess Adams find the boundary line? Should be looking perhaps to give herself room, open up that onside. There is room behind square leg. No, she stands, plays, and the batters will sprint through for what will be given as a bye. No, must have been some bat on that. But another victory ball to the Eagles. They don't mind giving away singles at this stage of the match. 15 required now, 4. Can Emerson complete victory for her team? Advancing down the wicket, and Boulder gone. Off stump. Flies. The bails go flying here, and great delivery, top of off. You miss, I hit. Emerson comes in, good pace, top of off, brilliant delivery, and bowling her team to victory here. Just 3 balls remaining and 15 required. Certainly advantage Western Eagles, and what will be a really welcome victory for them. I won't put the curse on them because they still have 3 balls to come. It's not going to be easy for the new batter. Jess Adams remains at the crease with her 40 from her 44 balls, but she will not be on strike. It looks to me like Kurumi Ota. Can she manage to find the boundary? Emerson just taking some time to set the field, make sure she's got positions correctly. Big ball this one. It's gone high. It's gone long. It's gone all the way. Did it bounce prior to the... We'll just check that. The umpire's just converging. It is. It's 6 runs all the way. What a shot from Kurumiota. And that makes the equation interesting. 9 off 2 required now. Boom, what a way to make your entrance. 6 off the first ball. Just cleared her front leg and powered through. The umpire was just taking time to signal the 6 because it fell just over the rope. But this game, sport of mere margins. Emerson, a little bit of pressure on her now. This time beats the bat, and that'll feel good. That will feel good for the Western Eagles. Just the one ball needed, 9 runs. So barring a no ball or a wide, this game will be in the bag and the Western Eagles will go 1-1. Let's watch it. Emerson comes in, final ball of the innings, and it goes through what probably will be a bye and victory wide. Sorry, it's been ruled wide, so I won't get ahead of myself. It's to be re-bowled. And now, of course, just that with them running through, completing a single, 7 required. So a 6 to go to a super over. Can Adams do the incredible? Can she perform a bit of cricketing brilliance here and hitting a maximum to take a team through to a super over? Emerson for Sal. Final ball of the innings. Final legitimate ball of the innings. Just making a couple of changes with the field. You'll see she have cover there, long off, long on, deep mid-wicket. Here it is. It's gone up high. It looks like to be flying down to Gull. Third man will retrieve that, but the batters will only be able to complete a second. And game and victory to the Western Eagles. What a game. Went down to the final over, went down to the final ball here at Sano today. But in the end, Western Eagles getting up to win by 6 runs. A great victory and one that keeps them alive in the series. They now tie the series 1-1 with the final game tomorrow. The game gets underway, I believe, at 10 a.m. Please do join us. We hope you've enjoyed today's match. Please do subscribe to all of the Japan Cricket social media channels. They're on X, Instagram, and Facebook, as well as YouTube. So please do hit that subscribe button. Catch all the Japan Cricket content. Today, however, it's been the Western Eagles, just their second victory over the Eastern Waves and over the entire week. They lost the T10 series 4-1. They were down 1-0 in the T20 series until this morning, and they've managed to equal. It is now 1-1. We go to game 3, the final game of the series. Please do join us tomorrow. Good afternoon.